Hello everyone, welcome to another new video on Book Tales by Pritha. In today's video, I will talk about all these second-hand books, Xerox books, pirated books that I got from the second-hand book market of Kolkata. I have been buying books from there since I was in college, and if you are a regular on my channel, I have already talked about it in my previous videos. And without further ado, let's begin today's video. The first book that I will show you is from the Agatha Christie collection. I've already read 2 Agatha Christie books in this year, 2023, and this will be the third book. This book is Cards on the Table by Agatha Christie, and this is a second-hand book. You can see the pages and you can understand that this is a second-hand book, and the price I got this book, you will be amazed. I got this book for just 50 rupees. Isn't it a steal deal? Now let me tell you about the story of this particular book. Mr. Shaitana is a collector. He collects snuff boxes, Egyptian antiques and murderers. His murderers are of finest, not the second-rate individuals who are caught and convicted. Delighting in this role as a modern Mephistopheles, I hope I'm not butchering the word, Shaitana gathers his 4 murderers for an evening of cards. Before the evening ends, Mr. Shaitana will himself be a murder victim. How very fortunate that he invited a 5th guest to his gathering, Mr. Hercule Poirot. Interesting, isn't it? I literally found the plot very intriguing, and then I got this book for 50 rupees. So I thought that this book is really a steal deal. Also, look at the cover. The cover of the book is also very interesting. You have cards all over here, and there is a face of an individual over here. So this is the first book. Now, the second book that I will show is a bestseller. I had been wanting to read this book, read this author for a very, very long time, but I did not get the chance to. The book in question is Conversation with Friends by Sally Rooney. Now, Sally Rooney is a very, very popular author, but I have not read her yet. And I wanted to begin with normal people, but somehow I got this book. Now, this book is a Xerox book. I know it is a Xerox book because I can understand, because I'm a regular buyer of these books. I can understand from the print and the paper quality, but for me it is the physical book that matters. I till date prefer reading a book in the physical format, be it an old book, a new book, or a Xerox book. A book is a book. And I again got this book also at a dirt cheap rate of rupees 100 or 120. I exactly don't remember the price. I so collected this book, and this book I want to finish in this particular year itself, and I want to begin Sally Rooney. I haven't read her. So this is the book. The next book, I have seen it on Instagram. I have seen it on the YouTube video of YouTubers. I don't have much knowledge about the book, but it's a Sunday Times bestseller. The book is We Are Briefly Courageous. As per the little bit knowledge that I know, this book is by a Vietnamese author. I have not read any Vietnamese author, and I saw this book. Even the shopkeeper suggested that दीदी ये बुक ले लो, because ये बुक बहुत पॉपुलर है और लोग अच्छे रिव्यू दे रहे हैं. I just took it on the shopkeeper's recommendation, because I have been buying books regularly from Gold Park near Gadiya Hat in Kolkata. And I know these shopkeepers, they suggest me good books, and on his telling I took this particular book. I have no expectation from this book also, but I saw the cover also very beautiful. Yes, I read the blurb before buying it, and I found the blurb interesting. It tells, this is a letter from a son to a mother who cannot read, written when the speaker, little dog, is in his late 20s. The later unearthed a family's history that began before he was born. It tells of Vietnam, of the lasting impact of war, and his family's struggle to forge a new fortune. and it served as a doorway into the paths of little dog's life his mother has never known. Episodes of bewilderment, fear, and passion, all the while moving closer to an unforgettable revelation. The blurb is interesting, isn't it? So I collected it. I will tell you the total price of all the books in this second hand haul, because individually I don't remember the price of each and every book. And the price, I will say, you will be surprised to hear the price. So this is the third book. Now, the next book is one of the bestseller. I had read few pages online of this particular book. I wanted to read this author again for a very long time. I wanted to read this particular book that I will show you next for a very long time, but I did not have the chance. The book in question is Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Matt Haig is a best-selling author. His all books are extremely popular. Midnight Library, as for the information that I have gathered online, talks about a girl who has committed suicide, and she is in a stage where she has already died, but she is yet to go to heaven or hell. So she has just died and she is yet to go between heaven and hell. And in that condition, this particular girl is given a chance if she were to make certain changes in her life in terms of certain books in the library of her life. This is very, very interesting tale, and everybody has told that this book is a masterpiece. I looked at this book. I saw later on that this is a Xerox version, but I wanted to get a physical copy of this book. I again got this book at around 150 or 180 rupees. I'm not sure about the price because I've forgotten. I bought these books about 10-15 days back. It was Matt Haig. It was Midnight Library. It's a bestseller. It's a most talked book on Bookstagram, on TikTok. So I gathered the physical copy. Again, this is also a book I plan to complete reading in 2023 itself. I want to give this book little time because the subject that it deals with is not an easy subject. I have to put myself fully engrossed into it to understand the subject well, and so I will give this book little time once when I am reading it. If you have read Midnight Library or you have read Conversation with Friends, because I know both these books are extremely popular, then do comment down below and also tell me what kind of videos would you like to watch on my channel Book Tales by Pritha. Now, the next three books that I will show you are non-fiction. The first book I have already read. I read the e-version, but I wanted a physical copy of this book. The book is Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. This book, I found the concept that the author has mentioned in this particular book is worth remembering if you are doing a side hustle as well as you have a full-time job. How will you divide time? How will you divide? Creativity can't be divided, but the author has given certain very small steps that you can adhere in your everyday life to bring change in your overall mindset and your lifestyle, and you can be more productive. I collected this book because I wanted a physical copy. I have already read this book and I finished this book in, I think, one sitting. It's a very small book, but if you are a thorough professional, I will suggest that everyone must read this book. The next book, again a bestseller. Again, I have seen this person's interviews on social media, on YouTube, and where not. People are mesmerized by this person. This is his first book. This book is a bestseller. I think everybody has read this book excepting myself. And this book is Life's Amazing Secret by Gaur Gopal Das. I like to watch his video. His videos are extremely motivating. It talks about life. It talks about different philosophies. It talks about what you should do when you are stuck in different circumstances in your life. Everybody has told about this book. The second book was also there in the bookstore, but I thought that let me first complete reading this one, and if I find it good, only then I will go for the next book. Now, I'm a business owner, and obviously, my profession needs me to read about different innovators, different business owners. So, if you are getting a book about the most powerful business people of the world who has revolutionized the mankind, the today's generation in one book, then you must get a copy of that book, even if that is a Xerox version. This is the book, Top Visionaries Who Changed the World. I had looked into this book and I was eyeing for this book for a long time. I don't know whether this book is good, bad, anything. I grabbed this copy because I wanted to read this book. I wanted to know more about these individuals. They have brought some massive change in the world that we are living today. They are responsible for massive changes. This book mostly talks about their mindset. We know what changes they have brought, but we need to know why they are considered the top innovators of the current generation. And so I grabbed this book. I don't know when I will read it, but I hope to read it soon. And if you want me, I can also do a full-fledged review of this particular book. And if you want it, then do comment down below in the comment section. If you are liking this video or you want to see similar videos, then do subscribe my channel Book Tales by Pritha. Right now I am also focusing my concentration on making YouTube shorts because that is the need of the time. Mostly over there I talk about books that have been adapted into different kind of web series. I also talk about movies and web series in general on those YouTube shorts. I also convert them into Instagram reels. So in case you are not on YouTube, you can see them on my Instagram handle by the name Book Tales by Pritha. You can follow me on the Facebook group by the name Book Tales by Pritha. And now I will show you the last book. This is again a book series, but I grabbed only the first part of the series because I don't know about this particular author. But this book is again something that international booktubers are talking. I found the plot very interesting. I found the cover very interesting, and so I was getting this book at a very, very cheap price. I think this is a Xerox copy. The book in question is Haunting Adeline. See the cover of the book. Isn't the cover interesting? Do you like horror books? I don't think this is about horror. I think this is mostly about a woman by the name Adeline who is being followed by some particular person. I'm not sure. I have read the blurb. I have seen booktubers on the international arena talking about this book, and so I found the book to be interesting. I read the plot and I collected it. The plot says, the diamond, death walks alongside me, but the reapers is no match for me. I'm trapped in a world full of monsters dressed as men, and those who aren't monsters dressed as men, and those who aren't as they seem. They won't keep me forever. I no longer recognize the person I have become, and I am fighting to find my way back to the beast who haunts me in the night. They call me a diamond, but they have only created an angel of death. Interesting, isn't it? This part is called the diamond. The next part is called the hunter. It is also given over here, but since this is only the first part, so I just told you the blurb of the first part of the book. So did you like today's video? I know I make videos after prolonged gap because you see I have work, I have business to handle. I get lesser time to make videos, and creating a full video, planning it, creating the content, uploading it, then cross-promoting the content, it takes a lot of time. I know I'm not regular, but I try to come up with topics that I find interesting. And I also see a lot of booktubers nowadays proclaiming that they finish reading thick books, popular thick books, in one day in a reading blog. I find it extremely difficult, that is my default. I take my own time to read the books, and then I come up with their reviews, or I talk about the book hauls that I do, and also my videos come in time. But I only keep coming repeatedly to my channel because this is a place of my passion. This is something I really love, this is something I really enjoy, and this is something that I can talk about for hours and hours. Only I have little time, and so this delay happens. I was regular when there was the lockdown, but as you understand, we have several things to look after once you are an adult, and once you have multiple functions as an individual to perform. I will come back to you soon, and my next video will be on how will you distinguish between pirated books, Xerox books, and original books. I plan to shoot it today after I complete this particular video, and I have planned new videos for you all again. So I will see you soon in my next video. Till then, tata, goodbye, and have a great day ahead.